We might like to think that the best 5 minutes we spend every day is drinking our first coffee, or maybe it is, going for that first few minutes of exercise we should be doing, spending time with the kids, etc. But I'm going to show you right now that the 5 minutes every day called owner time is going to be the best, most powerful that you can possibly do for your business right up after this. You're probably listening thinking, what? I can be super productive and have the most powerful part of my day in only 5 minutes every day. And absolutely, yes, it is 100% true. Look, there's a lot of great ways which we can be more productive, achieve more avenues, be really efficient and really effective. But there's one surefire way that you can make sure that the best, most powerful, most amazing 5 minutes of your business each and every day happens in a thing that we call owner time. And quite simply, look, it was something that I learned many, many years ago from one of the first business coaches globally, Brad Sugars, great guy from Brizzy, lives over in Vegas. Know he and his family really well, and I've been to his house over there, and we catch up and hang out and that. And he's taught me a lot over the years, but more than a decade ago now, one of the things that he taught me very clearly was a principle based in and around owner time. Now, I still do this now every day. I teach my clients to do it, and it literally got flagged with me only probably, half an hour ago with two of our new clients that we're working with. We've just come off the back of one of our 2-day intensives that we do every quarter, and we were actually... They both basically had a BFO, a blinding flash of the obvious, based in and around owner time that I made them start doing straight away. And it has completely revolutionized what they do, how they do things, and the strength and efficiency of their business moving forward. And we literally can do it in 5 minutes a day. Now, for most people, I say spend 10 minutes, maybe up to 15 minutes at the end of every day doing owner time to start with, because you're a little bit inefficient at sucking the bone, sucking the marrow out of the bone in this situation. I've been doing it for a decade, and so as a net result, I can bring this down to 3 or 4 minutes that I know I need to get done each and every day. And my day is not complete until I actually get owner time. So what exactly is it? Well, it quite simply is a specific time that you put on your diary before you walk out of the office or your clinic, and it is literally called owner time. Now, you can put it onto your diary as a 15-minute block, and you do your owner time and then some chaos time, or probably better do chaos time and then leave your 5 or 10 minutes to owner time. If you get really efficient at it really quickly, then great. You do that small amount of owner time, and then you get to close the door and walk out early. So you can keep it really simple, and you need to keep it really simple. But here's the power of it. The power of it when you actually go, right, I'm completely finished apart from owner time. And that owner time is me sitting down and going, right, what went wrong today? What are the two things, to start with, what are the two things that went wrong today that I need to fix tomorrow so that it never happens again? So just take a little sidestep for a moment. If this is you right now and you're listening to this and you think, well, I can do that. Absolutely, you can, first of all. Secondly, it's a critical review stage that literally, like I said, takes 5 minutes a day. What are the two things right now in your business that went wrong that you need to be able to fix? You need to be able to systemize. You need to be able to train someone on. You need to be able to implement, A, B, and C. What are those two things right now? Because if you stop at the end of every day and you have a little bit of critique on the day, heck, as practitioners, we do it all the time. That wonderful thing called clinical reasoning. We stop and we look at what we did, what special tests we did, what we then determined, what type of treatment. So why don't we do the same thing with our business? Take 5 minutes at the end of every day and literally ask this question. What are the two things that went wrong today that I'm going to fix tomorrow as a priority so that they never happen again? It's one of the best ways for you to be able to get everything systemized in your business really, really quick, because I guarantee there was at least two things in your business today that you want to fix. and systemize and leverage out and train so that you personally don't have to be the firefighter putting out those fires each and every day. So that's the first thing. Now, as you start to go through this process, and you may well be there now where you're sitting back going, well, I've already done that. I've systemized everything. We didn't have 2 things that went wrong today. Well, I would say, great, fantastic. Like, pat yourself on the back because you're already further ahead in this journey of your business life. But we can always apply the principle of Kaizen, the Japanese proverb of continuous improvement. So if it's already in a good situation, how do we make it become great? Or if you didn't have 2 things that went wrong, what are 2 things you can now look at or address tomorrow to improve upon so that you can have further growth, further scale, further leverage, better training, more professionalism, less avenues for you to have to do tasks, right? So it's always an avenue of looking at either the 2 things that went wrong that you need to fix tomorrow, or if nothing went wrong, that's great, but what are the 2 things that you can now look at to review to actually make better? What are maybe 2 systems that you haven't realistically looked at for many months? What could actually be improved there? Maybe you've got a new receptionist. In fact, we did this with our junior office assistant only 2 weeks ago, and I said in the meeting to everyone, I said, your task this week and your challenge, if you choose to accept it, they always do, is the fact that I want you to go through and critique everything you're learning in your onboarding process. Look at all of the systems that you're learning. Look at all of the processes. When A happens, B gets done. When 1, 2, and 3 get seen, 4, 5, and 6. I want you to try and break it down. I want you to try and critique us. Look at what's good, but can be great. Because there's always an avenue of being able to do more, get more, have more, be more efficient, more effective. So if 2 things didn't go wrong today, then what are the 2 things that you want to be able to look at and adjust and address and build on from there? That is what really becomes super powerful, because all of a sudden you're now starting to change around from being reactive to things, but you're actually critiquing, like clinical reasoning for a practitioner. And we actually start to go, right, how do we want to make this better? How do we apply the right leverage? And we write it down so that you're now making yourself accountable to actually being able to deliver that tomorrow. Ultimately, the last person you're ever going to let down is yourself. So why don't we actually go ahead and just write it down? Even if you just do like I have right now and write it on a Post-it note right here, write down the 2 things that you need to fix for tomorrow, or the 2 things that you want to improve upon. Because when you walk in tomorrow, you then can clear your mind tonight, first of all, when you walk out, but you can also walk in tomorrow and you've got the 2 things, the 2 most important things from you yesterday that you can now do this morning. And that becomes super powerful. Because we always keep saying to ourselves, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Oh, I'll put it on my to-do list, or I've got a to-achieve list. But ultimately, you'll never get rid of your to-do list or your to-achieve list if you're always trying to be better and continuously improve. Whereas this way, it's actually what's fresh, what means the most to you right now that needs to be fixed, or what do you feel based on today needs to be improved upon. Because when you walk in tomorrow, you're going to have different thoughts. You're going to have different, you'll be feeling different. Your energy levels will be different. You might be a bit, in a little bit of flux because something that was seen or heard. Maybe you read something in the paper or, on Facebook. Maybe you just had a bit of road rage from someone or something that shocked you and you're a little bit not in the same straight mentality. And as a net result, we don't get as great a start. We're not as efficient and effective. We're not always doing what needs to be done first and foremost until the day starts moving forward and either things start happening or we start to look at what needs to be improved upon. So it's always a great thing to get that information out of your head at the end of the day. Only takes literally a few minutes to look at what went wrong and what needs to improve, or what you need to is good and needs to improve upon. Write the name of what it is. Write the name of what it is. Write 2 or 3 quick dot points. Maybe it's a follow-up with someone or get someone else involved. You might have a couple of quick thoughts. Write that down. So when you walk out, you can completely clear your mind of everything first and foremost. And secondly, when you walk in tomorrow, you know exactly what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, based on what was most important and most powerful for you to be able to work on, improve, or fix from yesterday. As a net result, you become super efficient. You get more systems done. You get a hell of a lot more leverage inside your business. Your team is empowered and your team grows, your business scales, and it's done based on what is the focus of what you need to be working on. It's what is most important to you, the team, and the business right now. And that is something you cannot buy. So guys, jump into it. Owner time every single day, 5 minutes. Allow 10 to start with. Do a little bit of clinical reasoning on your own business as to what needs to improve, what needs to be fixed. And let's get that happening in owner time every single day. And you watch your business, your team start to scale and drive a huge amount of momentum with focused direction straight away. I'll talk to you again very soon. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.